sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin
being squeezed to death, really?
Unnaturally by the living basement.
Gets off watching you die instead.
I can't wait to do this again. You wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my god! We know how the hero and the princess typically goes. We are going to skip through a bunch of it because we've basically gotten through almost all of it. Let's warn her in this particular case.
Stop that.
We know that she will...
The blade!
We know that she will kill us outright. Okay, we continue.
Warn.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin.
Let's take the blade. Let's see if we commit a betrayal in this particular case. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks.
Okay, so now she's very sweet. Let's slay her without even talking.
Blade in hand, you run the... Wait, no! You barbarian, what do you think you're doing?
Smitten is not gonna like this.
You ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as you approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart.
Wow, that's actually really tragic.
Pathetically to the ground.
Pathetically?
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
Huh?
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult. I feel sick. Sick? You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
Oh my.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
This is so funny.
Over it? You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all. You raise the blade.
Oh, really?
The point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Death by suicide.
Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Nope.
The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart.
Wow, the smitten overrides our impulses?
This is
really?
Measured. This is the only thing left for us to do
he
now that
is so grief-struck, and he actually overrides my choices. Oh no, wait, hang on. I'm the one who decides to make decisions, and I say no. What if that's what you want to see? Let's see what happens. Okay, you know what? Let's see what happens. I'm kind of curious.
What? No, let's not do that. You won't use your fancy reverse psychotherapeutics on me, murderer. We're dying together right now.
Shakespearean.
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all?
I love this character. This is by far my favorite voice.
I don't believe this. What? What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry. That's right. You're all sorry. Everything goes dark.
We die.
And you die.
All right, the gray. Okay.
You're on a path in the wood. You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
Oh my. I did not see this coming. He had this much impact on the story?
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
Oh, I'm loving the smitten.
You killed her, and so I killed you. And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here. Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
Let's see how she turns out now. This should be a pretty... With the terminology of calling it the Grey, she should be pretty well balanced now, right?
It. I think I'm better at killing than you are. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. What gave it away?
The voices.
Your open discussions. I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
Oh my goodness. I just can't. This is so good right now. I gotta make sure that the audio for this is working properly. Okay, good. Everything's working properly.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again? Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
You know, I love the words he uses. It's like so fun. The Smitten has the funnest dialogue.
Don't provoke
I'm here for it.
If we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying.
I'm not fond of dying.
Why not? You've already done it twice. It was unpleasant. It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
Hey, matter of perspective.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens. Oh, how exciting.
I love watching
love
Cole and Smitten fight like this. This is some fun drama.
Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, this is so fun.
Good. I am too. Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
Okay. I haven't talked enough through how different this place is. It wasn't different last time.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time. Wait. But if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends. Yes, I've already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well. I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive. Influence doesn't require life. But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive?
Good question.
Who said they restarted? All they've done is changed. I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing
Hello, welcome to the
princess
stream.
awaits us.
Let's see here. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? We know what happens. I'm the only one in charge here, and if we slay her again, you're not going to make us kill ourselves. Is that clear? Okay, hang on. Whatever happens next, it seems like we're all... Our answers are in the cabin. We may as well see this through. Yeah, let's go forward. Let's progress. Let's see what's going to occur.
Heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just... don't muck it up this time, alright? Oh, we'll muck it up alright. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
I love this guy. This is my kind of man. I love Smitten.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it.
No, he's got his head in the right place. It's in the gutter.
I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off.
Me sometimes.
It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens. Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
I love these two. These two are the best.
I don't know. I just exist. and that's fine with me.
Yeah, I just want these two with me the whole ride now.
Horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
These are the only two I want with me for the rest of the game.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless.
There's like her ghostly figure with the knife coming out of her chest right there. That's kind of wild.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall.
You a ghost again?
Her? Our beloved. So she does live.
She's a ghost again.
Doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
Looks like we're having the ghost day today.
A door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying?
Huh?
There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
No, the blade's currently in her chest. That's where we saw that.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
More importantly, we see the mirror because we're at the crescendo of our awareness.
Perhaps it's
That's
gone
us
because
that we're looking at directly.
Oh, so deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our heart. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Okay, approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off. It's time for all of you to see what we've become. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
And this, I agree with Cold here. Hello, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you as always, man.
I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us.
Some good in us.
No way left to go but down.
Alright, into the basement.
The door to the basement.
Oh, she's looking at me down there.
Revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until you're
so sad down there. I've been good. I've been trying to get my streams up and going as of late the last couple of days, but I've been having some serious struggles with it. So I had to do a bunch of research over the last like 48 to almost 3 days now. I've been doing nothing but research on trying to like stabilize my online connection and my whole setup, but I think I've got it all figured out now. But every time I say that, it fucks up later down the road. So we'll see.
Even the blaze
if this stream goes smoothly with no issues at all, because I'm going to be probably streaming for a while today. If it goes through with no issues, then we're good to go.
Still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality.
As they run out, okay. Oh, she's so sad down there.
A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again. My love. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
You mentioned that the second beta for City of the Wolves, I think, is coming out on the 27th of this month, I think. Yep. Which will actually work out really well for me because I have just recently finished editing all of my gameplay of my first beta experience. So while the second beta is coming out, I'll be releasing a bunch of content on my first playthrough of the first beta experience on my YouTube channel, while I'll be able to release be able to stream at the same time of City of the Wolves, so I'll have a lot of like City of the Wolves content coming out that way. As a matter of fact, you know that remember when you asked me to do that that discussion video about combos and stuff? That'll be coming out as well. I'm sorry about last time. Are we good? let's ask her that.
You receive no response.
Oh, no response. Oh boy.
Do you think she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
I don't think that she's upset, but more like sad based on that emotional thing.
And with good reason. You aren't helping.
So my objective this time is to bring this ghost outside the cabin so that way we can get this one collected.
Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants.
Okay, proceed on one.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Whoa.
A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
Yeah, but her head will pop out any minute.
No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Transparently?
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
Well, this suddenly changed.
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So
hi
that's
there.
where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death-neutral, seems off the table. We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved. You sure snapped back to your old self quick. Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
This is ridiculous.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
Oh, she's talking about the construct.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
Can't help but feel, is there oil on the ground? Or gasoline?
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after
Oh no, we're gonna burn
years
to
of
death!
desiccation, immediately catches fire. She's trying to kill us.
Yeah, that's not good!
A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Oh man. Did you close the door? Going to burn. Are you mad for me killing you? I'm sorry. Let's apologize.
I'm not mad at you. You gave me so much to think about. And it's all going to be over soon. It's all going to be better.
The subconscious voice is the most funniest. Yeah, I think that the Smitten is hilarious. I love Smitten. I love the clash between Smitten and the cold voice. These two are so fun.
She's holding a grudge.
She's holding a grudge.
She wouldn't. She's perfect.
Yeah, she's perfect with a blade sticking out of her.
The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel. Bad. I bet it'll feel really, really bad. Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do and fast. I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Oblivion. I'm going to burn.
It's okay. I'm going to burn too. And then we won't hurt anymore.
I actually do want to see where this goes.
She's right about the last part. Burning doesn't hurt forever. The heat grows in intensity as the flames draw ever nearer. You can practically feel your skin sizzling already. If you're going to try and stop her from killing you and destroying the whole world, you'd better do something, and you'd better do it now. I wonder if we look good right now. Fire makes a lot of things look good. I can only imagine how dazzling our eyes are in dancing flames. Do you think she's noticed?
Do you think she's... Oh my god.
We don't have to, right?
You know, Smitten might win the heart of any girl at this point. I think that this guy might very well win the heart of any girl. He's got game. He's got real game. He's got Riz. Why did you close the door? Let's ask her about why did she close the door.
Because I wanted to be with you. I don't want you to leave.
See? Everything's fine. She wants to be with us.
You hope that they make a sequel to this game? It would be probably hard to make a sequel to this game given the circumstances.
Yeah, in a
and
bad
given the
way.
narrative structure of it.
She just has a unique way of expressing things.
Now, I've heard that before.
Flames lick at your form, stripping layers of you away.
Okay, we'll get a
causing your
fourth
skin
chapter.
to
That's nice.
blister and pop and crisp.
Hey.
As you burn, the princess glides to your side, her ghostly form blackening as she too succumbs.
Oh my goodness!
This is terrible. We're going to die.
This is horrifying!
I'd savor this feeling if I were you. Soon enough, we won't have nerves.
Of course.
And we'll get to die with her. After what you made us do last time, this is as sweet an end as we could hope for.
Wow.
She touches you close to her chest, her eyes bright and her smile wide with manic affection, watching as the flames take you away.
Wow, this is messed up.
The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
Oh my god!
But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything.
It's so dark.
See? That wasn't so bad.
Oh, cold.
It was so bad. But somehow, nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it. There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
No, this is the first time Smitten and Cold have actually agreed on something. They're unified.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually, you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop.
Oh, and that common ground was just broken again.
The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
Yeah.
It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy.
Apparently we can. Whoa, that is cool in the wedding dress look. And then we got it collected. Nice. Okay, that one's collected. Oh, I'm gonna be so curious to see what the entity has to say about it.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
Okay, let's see what the others have to say. Of course you're scared. Gonna be okay.
It feels so bad. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That you don't need to comfort them.
Okay, these are all things that you said before. The end, it's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. She'll be there waiting for us. Whatever makes you happy.
Approach the mirror. Okay. What do we look like now? Brown? Okay. Back into the long quiet. Oh, they're blackened form over there.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay, let's see what she has to say about this particular entity or this particular perspective, because there's a lot of like fascinating outcomes that ended up occurring here. Are we the same being as we were before? What if I go back and close the invisible walls around me? Why can I not do the same as... Okay, we already know that one. Any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart.
Okay, that makes sense. That one's pretty self-explanatory.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
Passion betrayed is basically a great way of describing like forgiveness. And I go invisible or go back. It's as if the invisible. You want me to do? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. Yeah, I'm curious about her perspective on that.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Okay, I think I've kind of completely understood the archetype of this story, which is, as the long quiet, we know that a piece of this of the shifting mound is inside of us, just a little one. That is this voice. She is collecting all of these versions of herself, all these perspectives of herself inside of us. That's why these other perspectives of her is drawn to us in the first place, and they're all trapped within the cabin. But when we enter the cabin, we have the opportunity to like bring that part of her inside of us, which makes her grow inside of us, which eventually allows her to eventually gain enough awareness to leave the confines of the construct. So that's why we're basically like this kind of like basically sucking in pieces of her inside of ourselves with us being the long quiet, and that little bit of herself that's in us are drawn to like pull in other versions of herself till she gains enough awareness. That's kind of how it works.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Interesting. Does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Which explains why all the other variants want to connect with our character, the long quiet. You've been kinder to me than, do you want me to bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Just wait, yeah, enough with all this pretension. You're not actually saying anything. All right, we're ready to go back. We've seen all the other options.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
You make your way to...
Play the princess.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down.
Yeah, there's a battle.
Your nerves are seizing with pain.
Finish the
steel
job.
your resolve and take an...
Continue to the cabin.
A warning.
Yep. We know about all these different outcomes.
The interior of the cabin is a mess
different.
of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched
I think
on its
this one
edge.
might be the witch. I think this one might be the witch.
The blade is your imp...
Let's take the blade.
Take the... Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, that's not...
To the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminate. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
That's right. This is the one that is like a little bit. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path.
Oh, she can hear me that far
I know
out.
who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Figure that out.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going... Look,
Yep.
I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Yeah.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Okay.
You descend the
We
basement
know that
steps,
if we
entering the dark room below.
proceed onward, we get the leopard version, the one
You can
that
just make out
devours
the shape
us.
of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled
But we
against
want
the
to
far
prevent that
wall,
outcome.
her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
That's sassy. Okay. My objective this time is to lure her outside the cabin, whether that be through deception or through compromise, because I know that if we kill her this time around, or if we die this time around, then we get the variant where she's actually a giant leopard or like a giant lion, and she devours us and then leaves with us and digesting in her body. But she just needed to do that so that way she can capture both me and her to leave together. She forcefully eats us alive, but keeps us alive intentionally so that way we would escape together, because she can't leave the cabin on her own. She needs me with her. So whether that be through cooperation or non-cooperative means. I made a mistake. We make mistakes, right? I'm sure that you've made mistakes. Sorry about last time. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. We got to get you out somehow, right? there's so much. Oh, there's so much. Okay, okay. Sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. We gotta get you out of there somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
Really?
The princess grins as the chains
Oh,
fall
no
from her
kidding!
wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
That's actually kind of funny.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I get the sense you're not happy with me. Can we both died last time. Can we let bygones be bygones? Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work, so we should team up. Let's go with this approach.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take
I actually agree
it.
with this.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
That's actually not what mutually... Well, okay, I get what he's trying to say now. Okay, he's just being snarky. Do I have a nagging feeling that you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out? No, we're not going to go down that road. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a good gesture. I don't know if giving her the blade is a good approach, but here's the thing. I'm the one that broke the peace. But I'm worried that she would backstab me, and which would get me killed in the next one. Leave her in the basement. I'd like to be straightforward with you with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. Give her the blade. Let's explore these other options. Why do I get a nagging feeling that you're going to stab me in the back?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interest.
Okay.
If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
In this case, she's being honest. We know that she's being honest because she only becomes more dishonest the more dishonest we behave towards her.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Okay, I get the sense you're not happy with me. We both died last time. Can we let bygones be bygones? I just want to see what she has to say about this.
You were the one who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains. A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
Let's give her the blade.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no, as do I. I abstain. You abstain. She's going to kill us.
See, here's where I start to doubt myself a little bit. But I think this isn't democracy. We're giving her the blade. And that's such a silly idea. I'm not going to give you the blade. He clearly does hate us. I'm gonna give her the blade. She should respond positively. I hope I don't get killed.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Huh.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Oh no, don't kill us. That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it, so now you get to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. Here, beautiful. I actually wanted to save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. I think that this is the right option right here. Let's go with this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Oh no.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Damn it.
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Okay, so we got an outcome that we wanted anyways, which means that it won't be the line that we get next, because now, by our active decision, she is now changing.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
I die.
Everything
okay,
goes
so we should have a
dark.
different variation this time around. Hand your power to a suspicious character. The thorn, this is new. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything.
Thank
You're
God, I love
fixated on the
Smitten.
past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future. Ho-ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Wow.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
What?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us.
She hates us.
She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Hey, that's the first time I've ever seen the Smitten act logical.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Freedom.
Oh, are you now? Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Okay, this place is different, it keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which someone's in the know. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more... You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
It's funny. Going to free her. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has gotten to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Yes. Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan.
Hey, the opportunist buttering me up. I'm here for butter me up, buddy.
Trust in what plan? The decider's plan.
My plan.
We don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
Sure, we'll go with that logic.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, Those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free. If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. You should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Through the cabin, what if we just leave? We can't do that. You sure seem to be talking about the whole looping thing in strides. No matter what happens next, it seems like our options are in the cabin. So let's proceed.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. Are you talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me.
Yeah, we know you don't like her.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here. Charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain. The promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
He's got the blade at hand.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here.
So the pristine blade is always taken from us at the end of chapter 3. Every single time. Every time we make it this far, the pristine blade will either be away from her in our possession or in her possession. But either way, whatever we choose to do with it during chapter 2 will affect into chapter 3.
Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. As far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely. So yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
In this case, I actually agree. How do you even get down there? Okay, approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror and behold our handsome features.
Handsome features? Absolutely. I
reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing?
You're having fun with the new Bleach game, but everyone knows this company is not going to last long. Which company are you talking about? I thought Bandai Namco is the one that's working on the game.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Basement. Into
the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
After. But yeah, Bandai Namco is the ones that made it. When it comes to games, they don't just last long. Some people are probably going to find most are broken and most egregious characters in the game, and probably people probably don't want to play it anymore, and people are already saying that it is terrible. Really? So here's the thing. My input about arena fighters, this is common with arena fighters. I don't think I've ever seen an arena fighter that's actually really well balanced and had long staying power, but I'm not as familiar with the genre overall, but it would be difficult to balance the game appropriately. Typically, what gives games a long lasting, like a long life, you can have a casual game, but casual appeal is not what keeps a game long-term invested. Hardcore players are what keep the game lasting for a long period of time. It's casual players that gives the game its initial boost. So sales and making profit are dependent on whether it's casually appealing. And then the hardcore scene is what determines whether or not you'll have players to play with for a long period of time. You need both if you want a long-term successful game. But if you're just looking to make a profitable game or a chill, fun game, then casual appeal is where you want to lean into. And that's the trick. If you lean too hard with the hardcore audience, then you don't make the game doesn't become profitable and sales profitable in the long term. So you got to balance the game around the hardcore scene. But if you got to do a little bit of compromising with casuals in order to make sure that the game is still fun. But if you want to have a long-lasting series where you have sequels and future entries in the series, you need a casually appropriate game that is appealing to a wide enough margin of players. And that's where certain games like Mortal Kombat really did very well for a long time, because they always had like a hardcore built-in combat system, but a casual appeal. It leans more casual than it leans hardcore, but it does have hardcore elements. So that's the trick.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back.
Oh, this is a totally different voice.
I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
He's confused. Want to figure a way out of here for good.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Okay, let's proceed.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation.
This is one of the most striking images I've seen in this game so far. This is beautifully tragic.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
We actually want to get her out of there, though. Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What do you think would happen after you killed me? Do you think I would hold it against you? Not here to laugh. I'm here to free you if you let me. I can cut you free, but you'd have to give me the blade.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. I think this is a persuasive argument here. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? Reach for the blade. You're a prisoner of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you want to wallow in it, be my guest. Turn around and leave. Guess I don't have much left to say. All these options are like to walk away. Let's try this. You're the only one who...
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Okay, is there nothing I can say to change your mind? Let's ask her about that.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action. Let's try, can I have the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Okay. Let's reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
Wow. Wow.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
Oh, narrator took a side.
You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Now, if I can still go down this avenue later, I'm going to immediately retrace these steps and see what the betrayal option looks like, but we are going to free her. You can leave her behind, cut her free.
What a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
The opportunist will just go with that option that we go with.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he?
No,
He's a bit
he
of
can't.
a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the
really? Can we do
ends.
that? Wow, can we do it? Let's try. I want to see.
Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
That's hilarious.
You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion.
Wow.
Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection.
Hey!
Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us.
Not at all. I'm here for it. He can make fun of us all he
It
wants.
doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
I'm with Smitten
I'm
here.
aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Oh, he's trying to still stop us, but we can force our way out, though.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine, they're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting, we can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Through the thorns.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom. Go through some
Hands
issues and learn to
clasped,
trust again.
the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now?
Alright,
Where's everything going?
we're gonna collect her now.
Why is it so cold?
There's almost something about that it makes it even more like kind of sad, because like they have a moment of like peace and
gone.
happiness, and you steal it away from them.
Wait, there's...
Okay, we know. Approach the mirror. Not mean to do that.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. If they...
Let's gaze into the reflection. We already know. See to the cabin. There she is. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It's the shifting mountain can't be a contradiction. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
How many times does it take How many? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always gets hurt. Does that change you? Does it make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less.
Let's see here. What kind of a non-answer? I have no opinion one way or another on the matter.
How strange of you to ask me then.
Do you know what happens when we leave this world behind? Want me to bring you next? How many more vessels do you need?
We will know when we near our destination.
Because we've still got a ways to go. What happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is perhaps this will change when...
Okay. Predictions don't exist. Can you give me a single straight answer? Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.